pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish, masterpiece. Body, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills make their way out, led by their third-year quarterback from Wyoming. At 24 years of age, it's Josh Allen.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then, and they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting them outside, over the middle, everywhere, and for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's taken to the 26. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. First possession coming for the Raiders, and at quarterback, their longtime starter in his 7th season, Derek Carr.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Carr completes it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's caught. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
But my eyes are still adjusting to the sight of Jason Witten in a Las Vegas Raiders uniform. But times change in the NFL, and guys who like to play, they find ways to continue their careers. Remember, Jason Witten came out of retirement to broadcast booth to rejoin Dallas in 2019. And at the age of 37, had 63 catches. Now here with the Raiders, they're looking for him to be a leader and contribute with big-time catches downfield.
The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
It's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important 2nd drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the 1st quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their 2nd drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Singletary here running out of the gun. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Corey Littleton on the tackle.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bills nothing.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here from the 38. call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler in 2019, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Carr now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw again. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Makes the score Raiders 17.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
That catch good for only a couple.
Complete.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 4.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To the air, Allen. And the Raiders have got him. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Allen's throw is complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Got a man and he hits it in stride. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Sliding out of the pocket. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 11 yards there. 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards. As the first half is winding down. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. 35-23 was the final. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. 24-21, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Jalen Richard now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of it, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And down inside the 15 it goes. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing his car on 3rd down toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Makes the score Raiders 27, Bills nothing.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet, And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
At the 41.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Allen going to get this one to Singletary. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Allen, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this is going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby and the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people go good for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They look like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
He was
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 36 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
The score, Raiders 30, Bills nothing.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Allen now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That is going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's Allen on first and 10. And the Raiders have got him. A safety with a sack there. LaMarcus Joyner.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now this throw caught left side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Allen, got to have this one. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Jacobs, the ball
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
39-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have on front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well executed 22-yard gain.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Carr going to throw here. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
30-yard line.
Throwing again. Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Bryan Edwards, incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. A little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Las Vegas, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long.